Welcome you all to the YouTube channel Now Dilhan Lakpriya. ඔබ සූදානම් වන්නේ ගණිතයේ ඉතාමත් වැදගත් පාඩමක් වන ප්‍රස්ථාර පාඩම පිළිබඳ ඉගෙනීම සඳහා. You are going to learn about the very important lesson graphs in mathematics. Here, when considering the GCE ordinary level examination, mainly it is focusing on 2D graphs or else two-dimensional graphs. When considering the three-dimensional graphs, you can learn many things when you go to the higher educational level. Then here, when considering these 2D and 3D, if we have two planes only, that means x and y axes, we can get it as a 2D or as two-dimensional Cartesian plane. When considering the 3D one, you can have the x, y and the z axis all are perpendicular to each other. Then here we are only learning about the two-dimensional graphs. When considering this plane, it can be touch only one side and it can be see only one side, these graphs. Then here mainly two types of graphs are having, that is the linear functions and the non-linear functions. When considering these linear functions, linear mean a straight line, that means it is not angled or else it is not a curved line. Here, when considering x and y axis, it can be go through the origin or else to the other side when considering linear functions. In here, non-linear functions, normally x and y axis having, it is curved. It is not like the linear functions. When considering the GCE ordinary level examination, both linear function and non-linear function questions are coming. Then here, x-axis and the y-axis is having. Normally, to the horizontal side, we have the x-axis, and to the vertical side we have the y-axis. Here, when considering this area, we can name these coordinates, that means coordinate points. Here x and y, you have x and y, x coordinate and y coordinate. We want to write the x coordinate first and after that the y coordinate when naming a point or else naming a coordinate. When considering this area, the both x-axis and the y-axis values are plus or else positive values. To this side, the y-axis goes to the positive side. To the opposite side, it goes to the negative side. Then here, when considering the right side of the x-axis, it goes to the positive area. On the other hand, it goes to the negative side of the Cartesian plane. Then here, when considering this B point, the x value is minus, the y value is plus. That means x values are going to negative side and the y values are going to positive side. In here, both x and y values are negative. In this one, in this quadrant, we can say that both coordinates are not in same sign, it is differentiate or else the x coordinate value is positive, y coordinate value is negative. Then here, when considering this x and y axis, you want to draw linear function graphs and non-linear function graphs. The place where the intersection point of x and y axis is the origin of this Cartesian plane. So this is the origin. Here, when considering these linear functions, this video is mainly focused on linear functions. Next video will be on curved or else non-linear functions. If you watch this video until to the end, you can get a vast knowledge on these linear functions. Mainly y equal mx graphs and y equal mx plus c graphs are having in this linear functions. Here y mean y equal mx graphs, already it's going through the origin. Then here you have the origin. Yes, then y equal mx. Then when considering the y equal mx plus c graphs, here you have additionally c. The point where the c is the point where the place that is cuts the y-axis. Then the place where that is y hasn't a c value because the c is 0. So we are not writing. Then here if we draw like this graph, here the cutting point is plus 3. So we can tell that this is plus 3 and that means y equal mx plus c. Instead of c we can put plus 3. Yes, while we are learning this graphs lesson, how can we forget our number line? Yes, here also we want to remind the number line. Can you remember when considering a number line, there are integers. Mainly integers are negative integers, positive integers and 0. Altogether we tell that those are integers. Integers can be categorized into negative values and positive values. In between the negative values and the positive values we have the 0. Then here when reminding the graphs also we have the x-axis and the y-axis. Normally when considering one axis it's like the number line. Then here I wanted you to remind you about the magnitude of some numbers. That means when going to the positive side, when going to the negative side of the number line, how the magnitude of a number changes or else magnitude can be varies. Yes, dear students, you can see here plus 1 and minus 1. When considering the plus 1 and minus 1, plus 1 is greater than minus 1. Yes, we want to agree that point. Then here, when considering the here to this side, increasing value, to the other side or as the opposite side decreasing the value of the number. Then here you can see the 1 over 3 point. This is plus 1 over 3. After that we can find the plus 1. Then you can find the plus 3. When considering minus 1 over 3, it is greater than minus 1. මේ minus 1 ට වඩා මෙතන minus 1 over 3 විශාලයි. Then minus 1 is greater than minus 3. minus 1 ට වඩා ඍණ 1 ට වඩා ඍණ 3 කුඩායි. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ පැත්තට එන්න සංඛ්‍යා කුඩා වෙනවා. මේ පැත්තට එන්න when going to this side, when going to this side, the numbers are increasing. So that when arranging these numbers, that means minus 3, minus 1, minus 1 over 3, plus 1 over 3, plus 1, and we can get the plus 3 point. Yes, this is the ascending order. ආරෝහණ පිළිවෙලට තමයි මෙම සංඛ්‍යා පෙළගස්සලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතාමත් පහසුවෙන් අවබෝධ කර ගැනීමට හැකි මෙම ප්‍රස්ථාරය දිහා බැලීමෙන්. You know, dear students, when considering this y equal mx and y equal mx plus c, I told you this c is the intersection point of the y-axis. The place where the line cuts the y-axis is the intersection point, antakkandaya. Then here you have y mean here the y values, and here x mean the x values. Then here y equal mx plus c, you can obtain. Here m mean another unknown, that means it is the gradient. මෙම ප්‍රස්ථාරයේ දෑවුම පිළිබඳ ඉගෙන ගැනීමට හැකිවන්නේ මෙම M මගින්. Then you can obtain, that means when considering a straight line, it is compared with the x-axis. Then here it is going increasing. That means the dෑවුම එන්න වැඩි වෙනවා. You can see by you can clearly identify by using these arrows. Then here you can get the plus. That means the positive side of the x-axis. Then when comparing to the positive side of the x-axis, all the values or as the equation of these lines are derived. Then here we want to specify the middle line, or else y equal x line. Here y equal x line. Then you want to specify the opposite of that one. That means when going to this side, it is increasing. Then it is coming to y. That means to the other side we find the minus values or as the negative values. Then here you can obtain y equal 1 over 3x first, because it's the smallest number when considering these three numbers. That means 1 over 3 plus 1 and plus 3. Then when considering these three numbers, 3 digits, y equal 1 over 3x is the smallest gradient. Next you have the y equal x line. Then you have the y equal 3x line. Then when going to the other side, you can find the y equal minus 3x, because minus 3 is the first thing we are meeting. That means the least gradient we can find. Y equal minus x is more than this straight line. That means it is y equal minus x. After that we find the next we find the 1 over 3 x line, because the gradient is higher than to the other two lines. When considering these red arrows, we can obtain the negative values of this graph, and when considering the equations of positive lines, we can say the black arrows are coming, or as the gradient varies according to the magnitude of the equation. That is the thing I wanted you to explain by using this Cartesian plane. Then here when considering this m, if you want to find the m, දෑවුම එක සරල රේඛාවක බෑවුම සෙවීමට අවශ්‍ය නම් අපට y අගය සහ ඊට අදාළ ඊට අනුරූප x අගය අවශ්‍යයි. Then if you want to find the m of this straight line, we want to get the y coordinates and the x coordinates. By dividing the y coordinate by x coordinate, we can obtain the m, or as the gradient. දෑවුම ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් මෙම ප්‍රස්ථාරයේ y අක්ෂයන්හි වෙනස බෙදීම x අක්ෂයන්හි වෙනස මගින් ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් මෙම දෑවුම. Next you have an exercise. You can try it and continue the lesson. Then here, for each of the functions given by the following equations, select and write the corresponding graph from the graphs L1, L2, L3 and L4. That is the question. You have the Cartesian plane, and can you remember the intersection point is the that means it is the origin, or as the 0, 0 point. Then there are 4 straight lines. You want to find the equation from here. There are 4 equations they have given. At first you can see that from the first side it is not in the correct order, or else what is the order of these equations? Yes, it is y equal mx or y equal mx plus c. I have already told about these two equations. Then here we want to subject y. Yes, here already this is okay. Y equal 3x. Then we want to consider about the m. Here if it is y equal mx, we want to consider about this 3. This is plus. Can you remember? To this side we get the plus equations. To the other side or as the opposite side we get the minus equations after passing the y axis from x axis. Yes, when we want to consider about the gradient. Yes, here gradient is higher than this one. These two equations are that mean that mean the gradient is a negative value. Here these two gradients are positive values. Yes, here we want to subject this one y equal minus 2x. Then this equation may be L3 or L4. This equation may be L1 or L2. Then here when subject 2y equal when going to be minus x converting to plus x. Yes, it can be divided by 2 plus half x. Then from here we get y equal minus 3 over 2x. Yes, this is y equal mx and this is y equal mx. This also y equal mx. This also y equal mx because all the four straight lines are passing through the origin. Yes, it passes through the origin. Y equal mx plus c. Then considering these values or as the equations, here m is positive, here m is negative. We want to consider about the size or as the magnitude of the m. If the magnitude is higher in here positive values, yes, when considering the negative values, this one and this one, you want to see minus 2 and minus 3 over 2. Minus 3 over 2 means minus 1.5. Yes, what is higher? Minus 1.5 or minus 2? Yes, when reminding the number line, yes, the 0, minus 1, minus 2. You will meet minus 1.5 here. Then it is higher. You can say that this is L4, y equal minus 1.5 x or else minus 3 over 2x. Then here when considering L3, yes, it is y equal minus 2x. Yes, when considering this 3x and the other one half x, what is bigger? Yes, 3x is bigger, so the gradient is bigger in 3x. This is the line y equal 3x. Then the other line is y equal plus half x. Yes, like that way we can derive these number lines when considering about the gradient. I think from this example you got a clear understanding about gradient. Next we want to learn about the parallel lines or else the lines parallel to the y-axis and the x-axis. When considering the term parallel, parallel means it going, that means the lines going from the same distance from x and y axis. x හා y අක්ෂයන්ට සමාන්තර රේඛාවල සමීකරණ පිළිබඳ ඉගෙනීමට අවශ්‍යයි. When considering these parallel lines, we want to specify the equation of these lines. It is very easy because when considering the cutting point, if the cutting point is the y-axis, the straight line, that means the name of the straight line or as the equation of this straight line is y equal, that means the cutting point here is plus 2, y equal plus 2. Then here when considering this line, that means the line vertical, that means the line perpendicular to the x-axis, that means the cutting point is plus 2. Here the name of this line is x equal plus 2. Then this line is y equal minus 4 line. Then here the name of this function is, that means the cutting point is x-axis, x equal minus 3 line. Like that way we can clearly identify these linear functions equations. We are going to do some examples, or else the exercise. Write the equation of the function of the graphs sketched below. Yes, you have here by looking at the equation, or else by looking at the coordinates, or else the graph, you can clearly say that it passes the origin, so it is y equal mx line. Here y equal mx line, and also here you can find a different thing, that means it has a c value, or else it has an intersection, so it is y equal mx plus c line. This example also y equal mx plus c straight line. You know, dear students, while I am discussing the lesson, you can pause the video and you can write down this note as a summary. Then you can memorize it by looking at the video again and again. Yes, then when considering these examples, here you have y equal mx straight line. You can get the gradient, they have given plus 2, then this is y equal 2x line. Then here, when considering this graph, it also passes the origin, so it is y equal mx. They have given the gradient minus 3, so y equal minus 3x. Then here you have y equal mx plus c equation in this line. They have given the gradient y equal 3 over 2x. The intersection point is plus 4. So the equation of this line is y equal 3 over 2x plus 4. Next you can get the straight line, that is the gradient equal to minus 1 over 3. Always to this side you get the minus gradients, and to this side you get the positive gradients. Then here y equal mx plus c, y equal minus 1 over 3x plus 3, because the intersection point of the y-axis is plus 3. Like that way you can continue this graphs lesson by understanding from the simple theories to the complex theories. Yes, we did many questions on y equal mx graphs. Next we are moving on to the y equal mx plus c graphs, that means the graphs containing the intersection. Yes, here y equal mx plus c, y mean the y-axis values, x mean the x-axis values. Then here m mean, we already discussed. Here gradient, c mean the intercept, that mean the place where the y-axis interchange, or as the y-axis cuts. Then here you have given a straight line, and the a point and the b point, they have given x1 y1 and x2 y2, like that. We can find m by getting the y difference and the x difference between two coordinates that they have given. Then here m can be obtained y1 minus y2. If you got this y1 first, you want to get x1 first in the denominator. x1 minus x2, y difference divided by x difference, we can obtain the gradient of this equation. While doing these theory problems, you must have the ability of doing some exercises. So on the screen you can see some exercises. You can work out them, and if you got any problem you can contact me anytime. Then you can watch my other videos and get a clear understanding about this mathematics and English lessons on this YouTube channel. So sixth question of the next exercise I am discussing, you want to do the other questions with yourself. Otherwise it will be not worthy by watching these videos. Then you have an equation. You want to get it to the y equal mx plus c format, and you want to find the gradient and the intercept. Very easy, right? Yes, we'll try. Here we want to subject y. Normal equation is y equal mx plus c. Yes, here 2y when plus 3 goes to the other side, 2x minus 3, then divide by 2, all three terms. Then here y equal 2 to 2 cancel, x minus 3 over 2 we can obtain. Then here it is like y equal mx plus c. Here m mean plus 1, c mean minus 3 over 2 or minus 1.5. Like that way you want to work out with the rest of the questions. Next, I am going to discuss some questions with you. After discussing the questions, you can get the exercises. I have denoted the numbers of that questions. That means this is from the next exercise. This question is from the other exercise, and this question from the last exercise. You will be given within the video. You can pause the video and you can try out those problems after watching the example answers. Then here first question, they have given two coordinates of a straight line. You want to find the gradient or else the m. Then you already know that it is the y difference divided by x difference. Then here y divided by x you can put, right? For the easiness, I'll again put the symbols y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Here y1 mean minus 4 minus y2 mean minus 7. Here you want to write this minus within brackets because first you want to consider about the subtraction. Here over x1 mean 1, x2 mean minus 2. Then here minus 4, minus into minus plus 7. Here 1 minus into minus plus 2. Then here plus 3 over 1 plus 2, 3. 3 over 2 is the m value or as the gradient. The third question of the next exercise I am discussing. They have given the intercept in the question and they say that it passes through the point 2, 1. That means it is x and y, and you want to find m. How can you do like this type of a question? Already if there is an intercept, it is y equal mx plus c, right? Then y value you can obtain from here, x value you can obtain from here, c already they have given. Then you can subject m and find the gradient. Here m mean, right, y minus c divided by x. Then here 1, c mean 5, x mean x coordinate 2. Then here minus 4 divided by 2, minus 2 is the answer. Then gradient already we can find minus 2 as the answer. Then here the seventh question of the next exercise I am discussing. You know that they have given two coordinate points. Two coordinate points are given. So you want to find the m and c and find the equation. They have not given the equation. Before finding the equation, we want to find the value of the gradient and the intercept point. We can find the gradient or as m y divided by x. Then here they have given a mixed number. First you want to convert 1 over 3 into an improper fraction, 3 into 1, 3 plus 1, 4 over 3. In the fractions lessons I have given you some videos in my channel. Below in the description I'll put in the link. you can watch those things and get a clear understanding about fraction lessons. Then dear students, here y difference mean 2 over 3 here minus 4 over 3 this one. Then you get here 2 over 3 minus 1 over 1. If it is 1, 1 over 1 we have to write. Then here we want to get the common denominator as 3, both the denominator and the numerator. Here 3, 2 minus 4 mean minus 2. Here 3 is the common denominator. You can obtain here minus 1. Then you can obtain 3 to 3 cancel. Minus 2 divided by minus 1 plus 2 is the gradient of this line. Then we want to find C, y equal mx plus c. Then we can substitute to this coordinate point and find the value of c. Yes, 3 is the common denominator. 2 minus 4 minus 2 over 3. Then the equation is y equal mx plus c. Y equal m is 2. 2x minus 2 over 3, because the intersection point is a minus value. You can say that this equation, or else this equation is going through, because it is a minus 2 over 3 mean here, like that it passes. M is plus, so like this type of a graph you can imagine by considering about this lesson. You can do the exercises at home and send me via WhatsApp. I think you got a clear understanding about this lesson graphs. From the graphs second video, I will be discussing the nonlinear equation, or as the nonlinear functions, or as the curved function graphs from the next video. Then till then you can watch the previous videos of my channel and get a clear understanding about the mathematics and the English subject. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.